Welcome to ConExpo 2017 and our first live broadcast from the show for Construction TV. With one day to go before the show opens, we thought you'd like to get a sense of what we can expect from the next 5 days here in Las Vegas. And to help us, we have industry expert Mike Woof with us, editor of World Highways magazine. So Mike, give us a sense of what we can expect for the next 5 days here in Las Vegas.
I think focus here is going to be on technology rather than new machines. Obviously, there's going to be quite a lot of new machines here, but the really interesting stuff is happening in the technology sector. We know of an impending announcement from two big technology players that are going to have a new partnership. We can't say any more about that at this stage. We know there is a lot happening from the equipment manufacturers who are going further in the direction of developing telematics technologies that allow customers to follow their machines remotely, see how these machines are performing, be able to upload new data files to them so they can operate more efficiently, even do remote diagnostics and software patches. There's a lot happening in that sector. We know Volvo, Komatsu, Caterpillar all have some really exciting new developments in that area, and obviously many other firms too. Another interesting thing is with simulation systems. There's a lot of companies here coming out with new simulator tools for training operators. This is a very important area for equipment safety. Some of these firms have tie-ups with major manufacturers. We know there's going to be an announcement in that area as well. We can't say anything at this stage. It's not announced yet, but it's coming. There will be more technology about drones as well. Drones are very big at the moment for construction, for quarrying. Using drone technology allows you to get a very effective real-time view of what's happening in your construction site or in your quarry. You can estimate stockpiles, for example. You get very immediate progress reports about what's happening, and there's some very good technology fixes in that sector.
So that's the technology side of it. Obviously all the big boys are here, the Wirtkens, the Trimbulls, the Caterpillars. Can we expect any big announcements, any big deals from them, do you think, at the show?
Well, as I say, we do know of some impending announcements between big firms. We do know Caterpillar had a press conference yesterday. They had some announcements of new machine products and also their new technologies. So we will be hearing more about those very shortly. We know Komatsu has a big announcement to make. We don't exactly know what it is yet. We just know that something's happening. So.
The show was last here in 2014, so 3 years ago. Do you get a sense that there's been a change in mood, a change in attitude between 2014 and now?
I think there's a positive view on how construction's going at the moment, in North America in particular. The market looks to be improving. The fact that the US infrastructure has been in a very poor state has finally been recognized. The US government is finally committing itself to doing something about it. I mean, according to ARTBA, a quarter of the bridges in the US are in a very poor condition and either need major repairs or completely replacing. Now, that a quarter of the bridges, that is an enormous investment required. And it looks like US Congress is actually committing itself to doing something about that and improving the interstate system, and also doing a lot of catching up on a lot of those road repairs that are desperately needed.
And obviously the show hasn't opened yet, but you've wandered around a little bit, I suspect. Are there any surprising faces here that you weren't expecting to be here, or some omissions, do you think?
We're seeing more Chinese firms coming. The Chinese are becoming more of or stronger players in North America and also in Europe. They're breaking out of the Southeast Asian market. And I think they're becoming more credible as well. They have a much broader range of solutions for Western manufacturers. That's definitely a thing. I think in road machinery we're going to see some new developments as well. Again, I can't say too much about that at this stage, but they haven't been officially announced, but we're going to see some things there as well.
Thank you ever so much, Mike. So, as you can tell, there's a lot to come over the next 5 days here in Las Vegas. You can keep up to date with all the breaking news, all the deals on ConstructionTV.TV and on our Facebook and Twitter feeds. We'll see you the same time tomorrow.